Have you heard of Guernsey? It's a small island in the English Channel. Here is the 1 double 1830 from Guernsey. But why is it called a double? The name comes from an old French monetary system used in the Channel Islands, where 1 double was a small value coin linked to the liard, a coin used in France. Even after Guernsey came under stronger British influence, the name double remained, making it a fascinating relic of the island's mixed heritage. Did you know that King Christian X was so beloved that a myth spread claiming he wore a yellow star in solidarity with Denmark's Jewish population? Here is the 1946 1 krone coin, featuring Christian X, who ruled from 1912 to 1947. This coin marks the final years of his reign, as he passed away just a year later. In 1651, after losing the Battle of Worcester, Charles II hid in a mighty oak tree, narrowly escaping Cromwell's soldiers searching below. This daring moment made the royal oak a symbol of British resilience. And that's why this British threepence has 3 oak sprigs with acorns. It was made during the reign of King George V and reminds us of Britain's strength. This small silver coin carries a great royal legend. Did you know that a single coin could tell the tale of British colonial ambition in Southeast Asia? The Straits Settlements were a group of British territories established in 1826, consisting of Singapore, Penang, Malacca, and later Labuan. Here is 1 cent coin from the colony that unified trade across Malaya. Initially controlled by the British East India Company, Straits Settlements later came under direct British rule in 1867, making them an official crown colony. Did you know that before joining Canada, New Brunswick issued its own coins? New Brunswick was once a haven for pirates and privateers, with hidden treasures rumored to be buried along its rugged coastline. Here is the 1864 1 cent coin from New Brunswick, featuring Queen Victoria on the obverse. This coin hails from a time when New Brunswick was still a separate colony, just 3 years before it became one of the founding provinces of Canada in 1867. The cherry blossom, or sakura, is more than just Japan's national flower. It symbolizes the fleeting beauty of life and renewal. Here is a 50-sen coin from 1947, which displays the iconic sakura blossom in a beautiful wreath. The other side presents the denomination in a clean, minimalist design. This coin is not just currency, it's a reminder of a nation's strength in the face of adversity. Here is an old Serbian coin with a crowned double-headed eagle, an iconic and powerful symbol. Wonder why it has 2 heads? The double-headed eagle represents Serbia's Byzantine heritage, symbolizing the unity of church and state and dominion over both the East and West. This 1912 20 para coin, from the reign of King Peter I, beautifully connects medieval traditions to Serbia's aspirations of the early 20th century. Did you know that during the early 20th century, Belgium's colonial empire extended into Central Africa? Here is 1 franc coin from the Belgian Congo, featuring a palm tree. The Belgian Congo was a vast territory in Central Africa, ruled by Belgium from 1908 to 1960, infamous for its exploitation of resources and people during colonial rule. The other side shows King Albert I of Belgium. Did you know Japan uses its own unique calendar based on the emperor's reign? Here's the 1969 50-yen coin, marked as year 44. Why? Because it's the 44th year of Emperor Showa's reign, which began in 1926. The chrysanthemum design symbolizes the imperial family, while the whole adds a practical touch. A fascinating blend of history and tradition. Have you heard of the Dutch East Indies? It was a Dutch colony that covered most of present-day Indonesia. Here is 5 cents 1921 coin from this fascinating colonial era. The obverse shows a royal crown with rice stalks, symbolizing the colony's agricultural wealth, while the reverse features the denomination in both Javanese and Malay scripts. Coins like this carry echoes of a complex and layered history. Did you know how merchants from London in the mid-19th century tricked African traders? They created brass tokens resembling Venetian ducats to pass as valuable coins in trade. These tokens were used in colonial commerce, exploiting the trust and lack of familiarity with European currencies. Here's an example of one such token, a fascinating reminder of the cunning tactics of colonial-era trade. Did you know that the trident, trizub, on Ukrainian coins traces back to the emblem of Prince Volodymyr the Great, who ruled Kievan Rus over 1,000 years ago? Some historians believe it represents a falcon diving for prey, while others see it as a symbol of the Holy Trinity or even a coded Viking rune. Here is one hryvnia coin from Ukraine, a piece of modern history with ancient roots. Did you know about the South African Republic, the independent Boer state that existed before British rule? Here is the 1897 sixpence coin, minted during the presidency of Paul Kruger, the legendary leader who fiercely resisted British imperialism. On the other side, the famous bearded portrait of Kruger reminds us of the man who stood against British dominance.